The night is quiet now, the air is still, like a great breath held by the earth itself. You are lying in the hush of your own room, yet in this moment, your spirit begins to drift far away, beyond the walls, beyond the bed, beyond the shape of the day that has already passed. You are carried into an older silence, one that belongs to the first civilizations of the earth. Long ago, in the lands of Mesopotamia, people gazed upon the stars as you do now. They whispered stories of what lies beyond life, stories not told with fear, but with a simple acceptance, a gentle surrender. They believed that when a soul left the body, it traveled downward, down into the shadowed places beneath the soil, to the resting ground of all who had come before. Close your eyes and let yourself feel the descent. Imagine soft earth beneath your feet. The sky above fades into a dim twilight. Shadows lengthen and merge, until the world is wrapped in a cool and endless dusk. This is not a place of punishment. It is not a place of fire. It is a quiet, muted land, where the dead live in soft shades and whispers. The Mesopotamians called it the land of no return. It was ruled by the goddess Ereshkigal. She was the queen of the underworld, the silent sister of Ishtar, the goddess of love and light. While Ishtar ruled the joys of passion, harvest, and life, Ereshkigal guarded the mysteries of rest, stillness, and eternity. Picture her halls now. Great stone walls rise in the dimness. Torches flicker with a pale glow, their flames leaning softly as though tired from burning so long. The air is cool, and the sound of dripping water echoes in the far distance, like a slow heartbeat that never stops. Before one enters her realm, the journey begins with a river of shadows, flowing dark beneath the surface of the world. Its waters do not sparkle like daylight streams. They move quietly, thick and heavy, a mirror of the forgotten sky. The soul steps onto its banks. The shore is lined with black reeds, their tips swaying with a breeze that cannot be felt. There is no rush, no urgency, only the slow pulse of eternity, as the waters invite the soul forward. In these ancient tales, the dead carried small offerings, clay cups, bread, drops of oil, so they might find welcome on their way. Yet even without gifts, the river accepts all, for the river has no judgment, no demand, only the endless rhythm of moving onward. You can feel the ground soften beneath your feet. Each step is lighter than the last, as though your weight is gently being released. Your spirit begins to float, like a leaf drifting across still water. Soon, you reach a boat. It is carved from wood older than time itself, its edges smooth, its surface dark from years of shadow. The boat rocks gently, waiting, and without words you step inside. The ferryman is faceless, a figure made of silence. No words are spoken, no questions are asked, only the soft sound of the pole dipping into water, pushing the vessel forward. The river carries you deeper into the unseen. Above, the ceiling of the world closes, stone and soil pressing around you, but there is no fear. The water glows faintly with its own dim light, a silver shimmer that outlines your hands, your face, your gentle breath. As the boat drifts, you see other travelers on the banks. They are shades, figures of soft gray moving slowly as though half asleep. They do not cry, they do not reach out, they simply exist, like quiet echoes of lives once lived. The Mesopotamians believed that here, souls gathered in a great city beneath the ground, houses made of dust, streets paved with silence, a kingdom of shadows where time itself lay resting. The dead ate clay. They drank from dark waters, not as punishment. But because this was the nature of eternity, all was still, all was equal. Here, kings and beggars lay side by side, their names carried only in the memories of the living above. The boat slides forward, and the water makes no sound. You can almost hear your own breath, slow, steady, like the rhythm of the oars. Every breath carries you deeper, further from the noise of the living, closer to the calm of the unseen. Now the river widens. In the distance, you see the gates of the underworld. They are tall and heavy, forged of stone so ancient it seems part of the earth itself. 7 gates. They say, guard the path to Ereshkigal's hall. At each gate, something is left behind. A necklace, a crown, a garment, a memory, layer by layer. The soul is stripped of its weight. until only the essence remains, pure, simple, unburdened. The boat stops at the first gate. The ferryman says nothing. You step out, and the gate opens with a low groan, like the earth shifting in its sleep. Beyond it lies another, and then another. You move through them gently, leaving behind all that once tied you to the surface world. At last, the final gate closes behind you. Before you stands the queen herself, Ereshkigal. Her form is tall, draped in robes of deep shadow. Her eyes shine like two moons hidden in eclipse. She is not cruel, not kind, only still, the very stillness of the earth. Her gaze rests upon you, and in her presence all burdens slip away. The noise of the past dissolves. The pull of tomorrow disappears. Only now remains, only the gentle quiet of eternity. The ancient people did not fear her. They accepted her, just as one accepts the coming of night after day. Ereshkigal was not the end. She was the keeper of rest, the guardian of shadows, the silent mother who received every child of the earth. Here, in her realm, the soul finds its place among countless others. They move softly, like mist drifting over a still pond. They gather in the halls, sit by the quiet streams, and rest in the embrace of shadow. And so you rest too. In this vision, you are no longer bound by the weight of the body. You are no longer held by time or worry. You are simply present, a gentle spark in the great hush of eternity. Let the story cradle you now. Let the river continue to flow beneath your thoughts. Every sound fades, every muscle softens. The goddess watches, not with judgment, but with the silence of deep night. The river of shadows flows on. Its waters carry all souls, just as dreams carry the living into sleep. You are floating now, your breath slow and steady, your heart quiet as the ancient stones. The land of shadows is not far. It is always here, beneath the steps of the living, waiting with calm patience. But for you tonight, it is only a dream, only a story that rocks you gently, like the boat upon its dark waters. Rest here, in this stillness. Feel the weight leave your chest. Feel the river hold you in its arms. The gates are closed. The torches dim. The queen sits in her eternal silence. And you are safe, so very safe, wrapped in the quiet of her shadowed realm. Now, let the story fade to silence. Let your breath become the only sound. The river drifts onward. The goddess remains, and the night stretches wide around you. Sleep comes like the river itself. Soft, dark, endless, and filled with peace. Now rest, as the stars return. The night has grown deeper. The stars shine like silver lamps above a still desert. The sands stretch in silence, cool under the glow of the moon. A soft breeze moves, carrying whispers older than stone, older than pyramids, older than memory itself. It is into this quiet, into this sacred hush, that a journey begins, the journey of the soul, the gentle passage into the realm of Osiris. Close your eyes, and let the sands of Egypt unfold. A river runs through the land, the Nile, eternal and calm. Its waters shimmer under starlight, a path that has carried countless lives, countless stories, toward their resting place. The air is still, but in the distance, a golden glow rises. It is not the sun, but a gate, shimmering like dawn. The gates of Osiris, Lord of the Afterlife, guardian of eternal peace. The soul drifts toward these gates, like a boat upon quiet water. No oars are needed. The current itself carries you. Softly, slowly, you are drawn closer. Before the gates, tall guardians stand in silence. Their eyes are calm, their faces serene. One holds the staff of protection, another holds the key of life, the Ankh, glowing gently in the night. They do not threaten, they do not hinder. They simply watch, measuring the readiness of the soul. The gates open, their golden light spills like warm fire, soft, not blinding like dawn through a veil of mist. And within, a hall of silence waits, the hall of truth, the hall of two mots. Here, the soul steps into eternity. The floor shines like polished stone. The walls are carved with ancient prayers. The air is cool, scented faintly with lotus and myrrh. And at the far end of the hall, Upon a throne of green and black stone sits Osiris. He is wrapped in white linen. A crown rests upon his head, tall and bright. In his hands the crook and the flail, symbols of care, symbols of guidance. His eyes are gentle, his presence still as the river. He does not speak, yet his silence fills the hall with peace. The soul stands before him, not in fear, but in reverence. For here is the moment, the gentle weighing of the heart. Anubis, the jackal-headed guide, steps forward. His dark form is quiet, his touch precise and tender. In his hands, he carries a scale of gold. One side holds the feather of Maat, white, pure, the symbol of truth, justice, balance. The other side waits for the heart. The heart of the soul is placed upon the scale. It glows faintly, not with blood, but with memory. All the deeds, all the kindnesses, all the burdens carried through life. The feather rests across from it, soft as air. The hall is silent. The guardians wait. The gods lean close. Even the stars seem to pause their shining. The scale trembles, then steadies. The heart is measured. Its weight is truth. Its weight is being. If the heart is heavy with cruelty, if it is swollen with falsehood, it will tip the scale. Then Ammit, the devourer, waits at the edge of the hall, a creature part lion, part crocodile, part hippopotamus. But if the heart is light as the feather, if it has walked in balance, then the soul is free, free to walk beyond, free to rest in fields of joy. The soul stands quiet, the scale is still, and then, like a breath of wind, the balance is found. The heart and the feather rest in harmony. No sound breaks the silence, yet a door opens beyond. Osiris does not rise, he simply gazes, his eyes like deep waters, and in that gaze, there is acceptance, there is mercy, there is eternity. The gates behind the throne open once more, and beyond them, a vision spreads wide, the field of reeds, the eternal fields. Step forward now, and see them unfold. Tall grasses sway in a soft breeze, clear water flows in gentle streams. Lotus blossoms bloom, their petals wide and radiant. The sky above is always dawn, neither harsh sun nor cold night, but endless morning light. In these fields the soul is free, to walk, to rest, to laugh, to meet again with loved ones, their faces young, their eyes unburdened, to labor not in pain, but in joy, harvesting grain that never fails, drawing water that never dries. Every task is gentle, every moment is peace. The afterlife here is not distant. It is like the Nile reborn, a mirror of the world once lived, yet perfected, made eternal. No hunger, no thirst, no sorrow, only the rhythm of peace, stretching beyond time. The soul rests here. The body is no longer needed. The burdens of earth are no longer carried. Only lightness remains, like the feather of Maat, like the whisper of the wind. And as the soul lies in these fields, the stars above watch still. They do not fade. They are the lights of those who came before, souls who also passed through the gates, souls who also rested their hearts upon the scale. Together they shine, a constellation of memory, a sky of eternal kinship. Here the journey finds pause. Here, the cycle rests, not as an ending, but as a homecoming. The gates of Osiris have opened, the feather has spoken, the soul is free. Now, let the vision grow softer, the fields dim, the streams quiet. The grasses fold into shadow, the lotus closes its petals for the night. The gates shimmer once more, and then fade into starlight. You rest now within this story, within this calm. The heart is light, the feather is steady, and peace surrounds you. Let us drift onward, into deeper rest. Let us drift onward as the stars return. The night deepens, the air is still, and the stars above seem to lean closer, like lanterns hung across the sky to guide the soul's dreaming. The earth breathes quietly, and in this slow breath, you drift once more into the soft river of story. Beneath the mountains of Greece, beneath the olive groves and the quiet shores of the Aegean Sea, lies a realm unseen by the living. It is the kingdom of the underworld, where all paths of life eventually arrive. It is not a place of terror, nor a place of bright joy. It is a realm of balance, a land where shadows walk softly, and the soul rests in eternity. Here the ruler is Hades, the silent king who watches without anger and without praise. He is steady, like the roots of the earth. Beside him is Persephone, queen of both spring and shadow, whose presence brings a gentle rhythm of life and rest. As you drift downward in thought, the surface world grows quiet. The sounds of the living fade, like the last notes of a distant song. You step into the underworld, and the ground beneath you is cool and firm. Torches flicker along stone corridors, casting long, wavering shadows across carved walls. At first, you notice the three great rivers. One flows with memory, another with forgetfulness, and another with sorrow. But you are carried past them all, guided gently toward a place in between. This is the realm of the fields of asphodel. It stretches wide beneath a twilight sky, neither dark nor light, but glowing with a soft, gray radiance. The fields ripple with endless asphodel flowers, pale blossoms swaying in a breeze that has no sound. The souls who dwell here are many. They are not kings or heroes, nor are they the cruel and the wicked. They are the countless spirits of those who lived ordinary lives, those who loved and worked, who laughed and wept, who left the earth quietly, without songs or stories written for them. In the asphodel fields, all are equal. The shades wander slowly, their forms faint, like mist in the early dawn. They do not suffer, but neither do they dance in joy. They simply move through the quiet, resting in a dream without end. You walk among them now. The flowers brush against your legs, soft as feathers. Their pale petals glow gently in the half-light, as though lit from within by the memory of the sun. The air carries a faint sweetness, not sharp but delicate, a fragrance that soothes the restless heart. Everywhere you look, the horizon stretches on. There are no walls, no gates, only endless meadows fading into twilight. The sky above holds no sun, no moon. It is a soft, dim canvas, painted with shades of gray and silver. It feels eternal, a place where time does not flow, but rests. The Greeks told that the souls in asphodel drank from the river Lethe, the river of forgetfulness. Its waters erase the sharpness of memory. Here, the burdens of life are lifted, the pain of loss, the sting of regret, the noise of ambition, all dissolve into the quiet air. The soul becomes light, like a cloud dissolving into the sky. You see shades standing still among the flowers, as though lost in thought. Others walk slowly, their heads bowed, their steps unhurried. None speak loudly. Their voices, if they speak at all, are no louder than the hush of wind. This is not sadness, it is not emptiness, it is simply peace. A peace so deep, it no longer needs joy or sorrow. It is the quiet balance of eternity. And yet, even here, there are flickers of warmth. Sometimes the shades gather together, not as families, not as old friends, but as spirits drawn to one another, standing side by side as the asphodel flowers bend gently around them. Their presence feels soft, like a memory half remembered. The Greeks imagined this field as the resting place for the many, for those who lived without glory and without great fault, for the vast sea of human lives that pass quietly, yet carry their own worth. Here they are not forgotten. They are woven into the endless meadow, like blossoms upon the field. You walk further. The ground beneath your feet is soft, covered in petals that never wither. The flowers glow faintly, as though each one holds a soul's quiet essence. Together they form a living tapestry, stretching out in every direction. It is said that heroes might journey here, passing through the fields of asphodel on their way to deeper realms. Some might leave, seeking the brilliance of Elysium, the fields of eternal joy, but most remain. Most are content in this twilight where nothing is asked of them, and nothing is taken. Imagine lying down among the flowers. Their stems bend beneath you, yet never break. The petals rest against your skin, cool and smooth. Above you, the sky is soft gray, an endless ceiling without storm, without sun. Your breath slows, matching the rhythm of the breeze. The weight of your body softens, as though the earth itself is cradling you. In this place, life's journey feels complete. The striving of the living world, the struggles, the victories and losses, all of it fades into a gentle hum, like a song heard from very far away. The shades do not long for more. They do not cling to what was. They are carried by the field itself, by the endless rhythm of blossoms swaying in silence. Here, eternity is not frightening, it is not sharp, it is round and soft, like a circle of petals that never ends. Some stories tell of souls standing before Hades himself, their fates decided by judges of the underworld. Some were sent to Tartarus, some to Elysium, but the majority came here, to this vast meadow. It was the natural place, the gentle resting ground, and so you walk deeper still, feeling lighter with every step. Each flower you pass seems to bow slightly, as though welcoming you. Their glow brightens, casting a soft silver sheen across your path. At last, you stop. You close your eyes. The flowers move around you, a sea of soft petals brushing your arms. The air hums with a silence so deep, it feels like the heartbeat of the earth itself. Here, you understand what the ancients felt, that eternity does not need to be bright or terrible. It can be simple, it can be still. It can be a field of blossoms that never fade, a twilight that never darkens, a rest that never ends. You take a slow breath. The air is cool, the fragrance sweet. Your body feels weightless, as though you too are becoming a shade, drifting gently among the asphodel flowers. Let the stillness settle over you now. Let the field embrace you, soft and endless. There is no rush, no burden, only this twilight meadow and the quiet presence of countless gentle souls. The horizon stretches on forever, and you are part of it now, part of the endless cycle of blossoms, part of the quiet song of eternity. The fields of asphodel hold you in their embrace. Your breath slows. Your mind softens. The night deepens around you. Rest here, among the blossoms. Let the flowers sway with your dreams. Let your soul drift in this gentle meadow, where time no longer presses, and where silence is a blessing. Now, let the story fade into stillness. Let your breath become soft and deep. The fields remain, the flowers glow, the shades wander quietly. And you too are safe in the endless calm. Drift onward now, as the asphodel blossoms close their petals around you. Sleep, as the stars return. The night opens wide. The stars rest like quiet jewels upon the dark sky. A silver hush spreads across the desert, and the sands are cool under the gaze of the moon. Far away, the Nile glimmers, its waters calm, carrying the memory of centuries in its slow rhythm. There, upon the still river of night, rests a vessel, a boat carved from gold and shadow. It floats not by the push of wind, nor by the pull of oars, but by the breath of eternity itself. This is the silent boat of Ra, the solar bark that drifts each night through the hidden waters of the underworld, sailing toward the promise of dawn. You stand at the edge of this river of dreams. The air is cool, touched by the faint scent of lotus blossoms opening in darkness. A gentle mist curls upward, and you step softly into the vessel. The deck glows faintly, as though starlight has been woven into the very wood. No voice calls out, no sound breaks the stillness, and yet you feel the presence of guides unseen, welcoming you aboard. The boat drifts forward. The river parts like silk before its bow. Time slows, stretching, softening, dissolving into something endless. The desert fades, and the vast unseen world of night opens around you. Ra, the great sun, does not blaze here. He rests in silence, his form cloaked in golden shadow. Even the mightiest of gods becomes quiet when the world turns to night. This is not a time of glory or thunder, but of stillness. The sun god rides here not in triumph, but in a gentle journey through darkness. The waters of the Duat ripple softly. They are black as ink, yet gleaming, carrying sparks of light within them. Each spark is a soul, drifting like a tiny flame. Some glow faintly, like embers at rest. Others shine bright, like lanterns burning with memory. The river is wide, and it carries all, the ancient, the forgotten, the loved, and the silent. The bark glides on, its golden sides catching whispers of starlight. No wind stirs, no waves rise, only the soft beat of eternity, slow and steady as the heart of the cosmos. You drift deeper into the journey. The boat enters caverns beneath the world. Stone walls rise high around you, carved with figures of gods, of serpents, of stars. Torches of unseen flame flicker faintly, painting shadows that sway like dancers. And in that dim glow, the story of the sun is told again. Each night, Ra descends into these hidden waters. Each night, he sails in silence, accompanied by divine guardians who shield him from the serpent of chaos. For darkness has its keeper, a serpent vast and endless, known as Apophis. He waits in the deep to swallow the light, to coil around time itself. But the boat glides steady, fearless, for it carries the heart of the cosmos. In your rest, you do not feel fear. You feel only the quiet rhythm of protection. For even in the deepest shadows, the guardians hold the path clear. Spears of light pierce the serpent's darkness. Wings of power spread to shield the boat. And Ra continues forward, untouched, unharmed, unbroken. The cavern walls pass slowly. Carvings glow with meaning. A sun reborn, a lotus opening, a horizon unfolding. These are the signs of renewal, the promise of dawn that waits beyond the veil of night. The boat passes through gates of silence. Tall, golden doors rise and part, opening into chamber after chamber. At each threshold, the boat is received by spirits who bow in reverence. They hold lanterns of pure flame, guiding the vessel deeper. Each gate marks a stage of the night. Each gate is a breath of the journey. You drift through them one by one. The first gate feels like the hush of midnight. The second, like the cool hush before dawn. The third, like a stirring breeze, as though the horizon itself begins to dream of the coming light. The further the boat drifts, the softer everything becomes. Your thoughts dissolve like grains of sand falling into water. Your body feels light, as though the river itself cradles you. And in this timeless space, you feel the deep rhythm of the world. Darkness folding into light, silence blooming into song, night turning to dawn. The river bends, the cavern opens wide, revealing a sky beneath the earth. Here, constellations hang low, closer than ever before. Each star is a memory of the living, carried gently into the underworld. Some are prayers whispered by children. Some are names spoken softly into the wind. Some are tears, now turned to light. The bark glides beneath these stars, and their glow rests on your skin like a blessing. You feel no weight of sorrow, only the tenderness of being remembered, of being part of the endless cycle. In this place, Ra stirs. The golden god begins to rise from his cloak of shadow. His crown glimmers faintly, like the first spark of morning. The guardians draw closer, their forms standing tall, their eyes bright as flame. The serpent coils once more, unseen yet felt, its hunger pressing in. But the bark does not falter. The oars of eternity dip into the waters. The prow cuts through shadow, and Ra's light begins to grow. It is not sudden, it is not fierce. It is gentle, like a single candle lit in a dark room, soft at first, then steady, then sure. The darkness shivers, the serpent withdraws, hissing into silence, and Ra rises higher, his form now bright, his crown a circle of flame. The river brightens, the cavern walls glow, the stars themselves bow before the dawn. You drift in this rising glow, warmed, embraced, held. The silent boat carries you forward, closer and closer to the horizon. At last, the gates of the east appear, tall, wide, shimmering with gold. They open as the bark approaches, and beyond them stretches the first light of morning, a sky of pale blue, touched with rose and silver, the promise of a new day, waiting to bloom. Ra rises into the heavens. The boat of night has become the chariot of day. Light spreads over the desert, touching the Nile, touching the sands, touching the temples and the sleeping villages. Every leaf, every stone, every ripple of water drinks the warmth. The world awakens, but you remain in the quiet glow of the passage, your body at rest, your mind floating, your spirit drifting as softly. As the bark upon the river, you feel the cycle complete. Peat has folded into day, darkness has become light, and you are carried within that eternal rhythm. The golden boat drifts beyond, carrying Ra across the skies once more. You are left in the soft stillness, wrapped in the afterglow of dawn. Your heart is calm, your breath is gentle. The river of dreams still holds you, steady and safe. Let yourself drift onward. Let the light of Ra guide you into peace. The sun has risen, yet you may remain resting, for as the stars return tonight, so too will the boat, so too will the silence, so too will the gentle rhythm of eternity. Rest now, as the golden waters fade. Rest now, as the sun warms the horizon. Rest now, as the silent boat drifts away into dream. Night has grown gentle. The stars shimmer above like soft lanterns, suspended in endless silence. Their glow is faint but steady, as though they have promised never to leave the watcher below. The air carries no weight, only a cool hush that drifts across the fields of dream. Somewhere far, a stream murmurs, its waters moving without haste. It is here, in this tender crossing between sleep and spirit, that the path to the meadows of heroes begins to unfold. The ground softens beneath each step, as though the earth itself wishes to cradle the traveler. The grass is thick and alive, brushed with silver by the moonlight. The scent of orchards drifts through the air. Sweet figs, ripened pomegranates, grapes heavy with nectar. Every breath feels pure, like the first breath of morning. Every sound rests easy, like a harp string touched by a passing wind. This is Elysium, the bright corner of the underworld, the place where time loosens its grip, where seasons blend into one eternal spring. It is neither a throne nor a judgment hall. It is not a place of shadow nor a place of sorrow. It is a meadow where the soul may wander, free of burden, free of pain. Here, those who walked with courage, or spoke with beauty, or lived with honor, come to dwell in the light of forever. The path curves gently. Birds of soft plumage glide overhead, their wings painted in quiet colors. Pale gold, soft azure, a hint of rose. Their song is low, not bright but calming. As though they too are resting, you follow their motion, and they seem to guide you deeper into this sacred land. Ahead lies an orchard. The trees stand wide, their branches arched toward the sky, heavy with fruit. Leaves sway in a wind so light it cannot be felt, only seen. Somewhere within, voices rise, not sharp, not hurried, but as soft as waves upon a shore. Laughter mingles with song, and you sense the gathering of souls at peace. They are heroes, yet they do not wear armor. Their shields rest upon the ground, forgotten in the glow of eternity. Their swords are no longer weapons, but shining relics that glimmer faintly, as though reminding the world of old journeys. Here, they walk as men and women among orchards, with faces calm and hands empty. Their battles are done, their pain has faded, and now they are only part of the meadow, like the grass, like the trees, like the streams that flow. Among them drift the poets and the dreamers. Their words are no longer bound to parchment or spoken halls. Here, their voices rise like songbirds in morning air. Their verses are carried by the breeze, weaving into the branches, touching the ripples of every stream. Each poem is not a burden of memory, but a gentle offering, a way of saying, we are here, we endure, we rest. The air in Elysium is filled with music, not of lyres alone, but of harmony carried by the world itself. The rustle of leaves, the hush of water, the soft rise of voices together, all become one endless hymn. It is not a hymn of worship. It is a hymn of peace. The kind of sound that fills the heart without need of words. The meadow stretches far. Wide fields roll out, touched with endless flowers. Poppies sway, violets bloom, and lilies open their faces to the light. The ground shines faintly, as though dew has settled forever upon its skin. The horizon is never harsh. It fades softly, like a dream always waiting to continue. Here, time does not push forward, it does not pull back. It simply rests, like water held in a still pond. The souls who dwell here do not count days. They do not mark years. They live in the endless present, where every moment is filled with the sweetness of spring. A stream winds its way through the meadow. Its waters are clear, reflecting both earth and sky. You step to its edge, and the stones beneath the surface shimmer like polished glass. The water whispers as it moves, carrying songs of those who have entered before. It is said that to drink here is to taste eternity, a sip of calm that never fades. The heroes drink, and their thirst is gone. The poets drink, and their voices flow without end. And you too may lean close, to feel the cool breath of the stream against your skin. Beyond the stream, an open field spreads wide. Here, the heroes gather not for war, but for play. They run upon the grass, their steps light, their hearts free. Some cast discs into the air, their laughter following the silver arc. Some ride upon horses, not into battle, but into the joy of motion, into the freedom of the wind. Their joy is pure, and it rises like the scent of flowers, soft, natural, eternal. No sorrow lingers in these fields. No wound, no regret, no echo of grief. Only the soft breath of the meadow. Only the eternal light of spring. Every soul is whole, every heart is light, and every spirit rests, forever at ease. As the boat of your dream drifts onward, you notice how the light itself feels alive. It is not the blaze of a noon sun, nor the dim flicker of a fading lamp. It is a golden twilight, steady and warm, wrapping the meadow in gentle embrace. It is the light of memory, the light of song, the light of a promise kept. It touches the trees. It flows upon the water. It rests upon every soul who lingers here. It touches you as well, like a hand upon your shoulder, reminding you that peace is near. And in that peace, you hear the quiet truth of Elysium. The meadow does not exist only for the mighty. It is not held only for those who bore crowns or carried steel. It is also the home of those who walked with kindness, of those who spoke beauty into the air, of those who gave comfort when comfort was needed. For courage wears many faces, and heroism is not always born of war. In this meadow, all such souls rest alike, side by side, hand in hand, heart with heart. The orchard fades into the distance. The voices soften, blending back into the quiet hum of the meadow. The birds glide lower, their wings nearly brushing the grasses. The stream continues to murmur, its sound folding into silence. The field of flowers stretches on, endless. Without boundary, you drift deeper into stillness. The path ahead is soft, glowing faintly as if lit from within. It does not rush you. It does not demand you follow. It simply waits, patient and kind, as all of Elysium waits. The air grows even quieter. The breeze slows. The voices fade. And now, only the rhythm of your breath remains, steady as the flowing stream. The meadow holds you gently, as though you too belong here, among the orchards, among the streams, among the eternal spring. Let yourself rest within this meadow. Let the voices of heroes and poets linger like lullabies. At the edge of sleep, let the fields of Elysium stretch, wide within your dream. And as you drift deeper, the stars above lean closer, whispering that you are safe, that you are home, that peace is yours. Now let us drift onward. The meadow fades into silver mist. The stream carries its quiet song. The orchard closes its branches, and the light of eternity folds softly into the night of your rest. Sleep gently as the stars return. Sleep gently as the meadow of heroes lingers within. Sleep gently as all things come, the night opens wide. The stars stretch across the heavens, scattered like silver dust upon a dark velvet sky. The horizon is endless, with no wall, no mountain, no shore, only the soft curve of earth rolling out in every direction. The air is cool, carrying the faint scent of grass and distant smoke, as though a fire long extinguished still leaves its memory behind. This is the steppe, boundless, untamed, eternal, and here, in the quiet of spirit, the soul begins to ride. The ground is not heavy. It breathes beneath hooves, soft and alive, rolling like waves of grass. The winds are constant, never harsh, but steady, flowing across the plain like an invisible river. They sing as they move, a low, endless hum that carries both comfort and longing. The soul, newly freed, feels the reins fall away, and soon a horse steps forth from the mist of memory. Its coat shines like starlight, pale against the night, and its mane dances with the wind. It bends its head gently, inviting the rider to mount. With one breath, you rise into the saddle. The horse moves easily, its stride smooth, its pace flowing. There is no need for urging. It knows the path, though no path can be seen. It runs not for escape, nor for war, but for the joy of motion, the endless rhythm of life carried onward. Each step feels like a heartbeat, each gallop like a pulse of eternity. The air brushes the face like cool silk, and the soul feels lighter with every stride. The Scythians and the wandering tribes who roamed these great plains believed the afterlife was not a place of walls or chambers, but of boundless freedom. The steppe itself became the eternal resting ground. For what greater heaven could a rider imagine than an open sky, an endless field, and a faithful horse beneath them? Here, the ancestors ride forever, their spirits moving with the winds, their songs carried on the breath of the earth. The plain is vast, yet not empty. Fires glow faintly in the distance, circles of ancestors gathered together. Their shadows rise and fall against the light, voices low and steady, sharing stories without end. Some play drums, their beats deep and slow, echoing the rhythm of hooves across the soil. Some sing in tones that blend with the wind, so soft that they sound like part of the night itself. They do not call loudly, they simply wait, as families wait, ready to welcome another soul into their circle. As the horse carries you forward, the sky deepens. The stars wheel above in patterns older than memory. Some say the Milky Way itself was seen by these tribes as a great heavenly road, a path for the spirits of the departed. It arcs across the night like a river of silver, guiding riders through the dark. You lift your eyes to it and the stars feel close, so near you could almost reach them. They are not cold, they are warm, glowing softly as though each one were a hearth fire of an ancestor, burning forever in the sky. The steppe rolls on. Waves of tall grass rise and fall, whispering as the wind combs through them. Their sound is like breath, a constant hush, calming, steady. The horse's hooves make no heavy thud, only a gentle drumming, as if earth and sky were keeping time together. The air is wide, unbroken, without walls, without end. The soul is free, yet never alone. In the distance, riders appear, not threatening, not fierce. They move together, a line of spirits stretching toward the horizon. Their horses are strong, manes flowing, eyes bright like embers. Each rider holds themselves tall, yet at ease, their faces peaceful, untroubled by age or war. These are the ancestors, eternal wanderers of the plain. They glance toward you, their eyes calm, their smiles faint. And then they continue forward, their movement blending with the wind, until they are no more than shadows in the starlight. The ride continues. There is no weariness, no hunger, no thirst, only the flow of the wind, the steady gallop, the soft touch of eternity. Sometimes the horse slows, moving at a walk so the soul may listen. At such moments, the silence grows vast, like a blanket drawn across the plain. Then, faintly, the sound of flutes drifts through the air. It is a thin, high melody, fragile yet unbroken, like a reed singing to the night. It mingles with the drumbeat, with the whispering grass, with the breath of the stars. It is the song of the eternal riders, welcoming each soul into the great circle. A mound rises on the horizon. It is soft, covered with grass, almost blending into the plain, yet you sense its weight, its presence. The tribes raised such mounds for their dead, a sign upon the earth that life had passed, yet continued here in spirit. The mounds are not tombs, but resting points. They glow faintly in the starlight, like lanterns set upon the soil. The horse climbs the mound with ease, and from its height, the plain spreads out in every direction, infinite, unbroken, alive. From here, you see riders moving far below, small as shadows, endless in their number. They are not lost. They are not wandering without purpose. They are at home, forever part of the steppe, forever part of the wind, and you too are part of it now. Your breath joined to the air, your stride joined to the earth. The horse turns gently, moving down the mound once more. The stars shift above, their river of light guiding onward. The fires of the ancestors glow softly, each one a reminder that no soul travels alone. The drums fade, the flutes quiet, and only the sound of the wind remains. Steady, eternal, calm, the ride slows. The horse lowers its head, its stride easy, almost walking in rhythm with your own breath. The plain stretches still, yet you feel no need to press forward. Eternity is not a race. It is a meadow without walls, a sky without end, a home without doors. The soul rests simply in the motion, in the flow, in the peace of the ride, and so, as the step opens wide beneath the stars, you drift deeper into quiet. The wind softens, the fires dim, the riders fade into shadow, and you are left with only the sound of your horse, steady and sure, carrying you onward into dream. Let the endless step hold you gently now. Let the wind carry your breath. Let the stars shine above you, each one a guide, each one a flame. Let the horse move beneath you, tireless, patient, eternal, and as you sink into the silence of the plain, let yourself rest, knowing the ancestors ride always beside you. Now drift onward. The plain stretches into mist. The stars lean close, and sleep comes quietly, like the endless wind across the grass, to peace. The night grows deeper. The stars dim, as though wrapped in a silver mist. Beneath their fading light, the great tree Yggdrasil rises, vast and unshaken, its roots stretched down, far below the earth, into places unseen by sunlight or dawn. Here, in the quiet shadow of those roots, lies a realm of stillness. It is not fire, nor chaos, nor torment. It is hell, the hidden resting place of many souls. The descent begins gently. The air cools, carrying a hush-like winter breath. Steps lead downward, not hurried, not heavy, but soft, steady, unbroken. The sound of the living world fades away. No birds, no wind, no rustling leaves, only the faint echo of footsteps, as if the earth itself remembers each soul that has passed. A cavern opens wide. Its walls glisten with stone touched by frost. Water drips slowly, rhythmically, like the ticking of a clock that has no end. The air is cool but not cruel. It feels like the hush of winter nights, when snow blankets the earth and all is still. This is not a place of punishment, but of quiet waiting, of deep rest. In Norse tales, the souls who do not go to the golden hall of Valhalla, nor to the radiant fields of Folkvanger, find their way here. They are not lost. They are not forgotten. They simply drift into the arms of Hel, daughter of Loki, keeper of this silent realm. Her halls are vast, stretching beneath the earth, chambers carved in stone and shadow, and though they lie in darkness, they hold a strange comfort. Like the stillness of a long winter night, you drift further inward. The caverns glow faintly with a pale blue light, as though the frost itself carries memory. The walls shimmer with ice, and the ground glows softly beneath your feet. It is not harsh, not unkind. It feels like the moon's reflection on frozen water, cold yet beautiful. Here the souls rest, not in chains but in quiet. They sit in circles, cloaked in the calm of eternity, whispering stories to one another. Their voices are soft, blending with the cavern's hum, never loud, never hurried. Hel herself walks these halls, tall and still. Legends say half her face is bright, alive with youth, and half pale as bone, shadowed by death. Yet in this quiet place, her presence does not bring fear. She is guardian, watcher, keeper of the forgotten. She does not strike nor scorn. She simply waits, holding space for the countless souls who come to her. Her steps are soundless, her gaze steady, like the winter moon that neither blinds nor burns. The air is filled with a sense of pause, like the breath before dawn. The souls here are not restless. They are not longing to rise again. They are like seeds beneath the earth, sleeping, silent, hidden until their time. The caverns hold them gently, like a mother holding a child in the hush of night. There is no rush, no burden, no weight of days, only rest. From the ceiling of the cavern, roots of Yggdrasil hang like great pillars. They drip with dew, glistening in the dim light. Some say that Nidhöggr, the great serpent, gnaws at those roots in his endless hunger. Yet his presence never reaches the souls within. The caverns remain untouched, a shelter of stillness beneath the endless struggles above. Here, the world's noise cannot intrude. Here, all is winter silence. You drift deeper, where halls stretch wider, long tables stand carved from stone, covered with frost. Upon them lie offerings, dried herbs, bread and mead left by the living above. They remain untouched, yet they glow faintly, carrying the memory of love. Every gift is a thread, binding the worlds together. Even in this quiet realm, the souls are remembered. They are not cut away from life, but gently tied to it by the bonds of family, of kin, of care. The silence is vast, but it is not empty. Faint songs drift through the chambers. They rise like the soft echo of wind through pine trees. The voices are low, steady, unbroken. They do not sing of battle or glory, but of peace, of return, of home. Their song blends with the dripping of water, with the hum of stone, with the breath of frost. It is the music of eternity, slow and unchanging, like snow falling upon the same earth year after year. As you walk, the cavern opens into a hall so wide it feels like a night sky turned inward. The ceiling rises high, lined with crystals that catch faint light. They shine like distant stars, their glow soft and steady. The souls gather beneath them, moving quietly, resting without fear. The air hums with calm, as though time itself has slowed to a whisper. You feel it in your chest. A release, a letting go. The weight of days falls away. Hell watches from the far end of the hall. Her eyes are steady, patient. She is not cruel. She does not turn the souls away. She does not demand. She only holds the space, vast and endless, where all may rest. Her gaze feels like the stillness of midnight snow. Cold, but safe, untouched, eternal. The path continues downward, always downward. Yet the deeper you drift, the lighter you feel. The silence grows softer, wrapping around like a blanket. The frost glows more brightly, as if light itself chooses to live here in quiet. The souls become like shadows, blending with stone, becoming part of the cavern itself. They are not gone. They are at rest, one with the silence, one with the root of the great tree above. Time has no weight here. Moments are not counted. The caverns stretch forever, yet they do not feel endless. They feel whole, complete, held within the arms of stillness. The souls need no journey, no struggle. They are already home. You sit upon a stone ledge, feeling its coolness beneath you. The air is crisp, like the first breath of winter morning. Your thoughts drift like falling snow, slow, gentle, dissolving as they touch the ground. The silence welcomes them, swallows them, carries them away. Your chest eases, your breath slows. Your eyes grow heavy, though you do not fear to close them. Above, the tree stretches on, its roots deep, its branches wide. The living world continues. Storms, wars, summers, and winters. But here, in the hidden caverns, none of that stirs. Here, the spirit rests. Here, winter is not an ending, but a cradle, holding the soul until all is ready once more. And so, the caverns of hell remain, still silent, endless, not cruel, not sharp, but patient. Waiting eternal, the souls sleep gently in her care, wrapped in frost, held in stone, touched by the roots of the world tree itself. Now the path grows misty, the lights fade, the sound of dripping water quiets, the song of the souls softens into silence. You drift, as though lying down upon the cool earth itself, letting it hold you. The cavern closes, the stars above return, and sleep comes, deep and still, like the winter night. Let the hidden halls cradle you now. Let the silence rest upon you like snow. Let your breath fall into rhythm with the slow, steady hum of stone, and drift onward into the peace of hell's caverns, into the stillness of night. The night sky stretches wide above. Stars glimmer like sparks drifting from an unseen fire. The air is cool, and yet somewhere far ahead, there is the glow of warmth. It rises not like the morning sun, but like the steady light of hearth flames, constant, calm, eternal. You follow it as though drawn by a distant song, carried on the quiet winds of the north. beyond the shadows. The golden hall appears. Its roof shines like a field of sunlight, though the night still lingers all around. Great beams of wood hold its frame, carved from the ancient tree. The walls gleam bright with gold, yet softened by the glow of firelight. It is not blinding, not harsh. It is the light of welcome, the light of home. This is Valhalla, the hall of the chosen. Here the bravest souls gather, carried from the field of life to rest in honor. It is not a place of fear. It is not a place of trial. It is a place of song, of companionship, of endless sharing beneath Odin's watchful gaze. As you draw nearer, you hear the murmur of voices, not loud, not wild, but steady as a low chant. They rise and fall like the rhythm of waves on a shore. They carry no anger, no boast, only the gentle hum of souls who are not alone. Above it, the faint ring of a harp drifts, strings touched lightly, weaving music into the air. The great doors stand before you. They are wide, carved with runes, traced with patterns of starlight and flame. They do not close against you. They stand open, waiting as if they have always been meant to welcome your step. The hall breathes with warmth, and you drift within. Inside, the space is vast. It stretches like a meadow beneath a roof of gold. The floor glows faintly with polished stone, smooth underfoot. Great fires burn in long hearths, yet the smoke rises upward, vanishing as though swallowed by the stars above. The flames do not roar. They whisper. They crackle softly like lullabies sung in light. Long tables stretch down the hall, carved from oak and ash. They are filled with bread, with mead, with fruits of every season. Yet there is no hunger here. The feast is eternal, not rushed, not fleeting. Every soul may take, yet nothing is lost. The food glows with the memory of Earth's gifts, and the drink carries the warmth of endless companionship. The warriors sit together, but they do not shout. They lean close, speaking in low tones, sharing memories like embers passed hand to hand. Their laughter is soft, not sharp, gentle as snow melting in spring. It is the laughter of souls at peace, of spirits who have found their place. Each one shines faintly, their presence glowing like stars at dusk. Odin himself sits at the far end of the hall. He is tall, still cloaked in shadow and light. One eye gleams with wisdom, the other hidden, given long ago for deeper sight. He does not command. He does not raise his voice. He simply watches, holding the space with his quiet strength. His ravens, Hugin and Munin, circle above, wings whispering in the golden air. They carry thought and memory, gathering stories from every corner of the worlds and returning them to their keeper. At his side, the wolves Gary and Freki rest, silent and calm. They do not stir, for there is no danger here. The hall is steady, a sanctuary carved out of eternity. The fires glow, the voices murmur, and time itself feels slower, gentler, softer. You move deeper into the hall, and the sound of harp strings grows clearer. The music drifts through the air like silver threads, tying soul to soul. The song does not rise nor fall. It continues, steady as breath, endless as the turning of seasons. It carries no weight of sorrow, no pull of fear. It is music of stillness, of belonging. The warriors, though strong, seem lighter here. They do not carry their shields. They do not wear their helmets. Their hands rest empty, open, free of burden. The battles of earth are behind them. What remains is honor, shared warmth, and the endless fire of companionship. You pass a table where two figures speak. One gestures softly, describing the flight of a bird across the sky. The other listens, smiling faintly, as though the image alone is enough to bring peace. They do not rush. There is no need. Time is not counted in this hall. Every story is a river, flowing gently, never ending. The roof above glows with golden light, yet beyond it you sense the stars. They hang in the night sky, peeking through the spaces of the beams. Each star is like a memory, shining quietly. Never dimming, they do not fade here. They remain eternal, woven into the golden glow. You find a seat near the hearth. The firelight flickers across your face, warm but not hot. The stone beneath you is cool, steady, grounding. You rest your hands upon your knees, breathing with the rhythm of the hall. In out, soft, slow, the voices murmur, the harp sings, the fire whispers. Each sound blends with your breath until all is one. The Valkyries drift among the tables, their steps light, their presence calm, their eyes shine like moonlight reflected on water. They carry no weapons now, only bowls of mead which they place gently before each soul. Their movements are graceful, like feathers falling, like snow carried on the wind. They pause, bow their heads, then move onward. Their silence speaks of care, of reverence, of eternal watchfulness. Some say that each dawn in Valhalla, the warriors rise to train, to fight once more, and then return to feast. But here, in this vision, there is no clash, no weight of steel. Only the rhythm of life continuing in gentleness, in circles without end. Their strength is not in struggle now, it is in presence, in the sharing of this golden rest. You close your eyes within the hall, and the sounds become softer still. The harp fades into a hum. The voices blend into a single tone, like the ocean far away. The fire lowers into embers, glowing faintly, steady and eternal. The hall itself seems to breathe, slow and calm. Like a living spirit holding all within, Odin rises only in your mind's eye, steady and vast, a figure of silence. He does not move, yet his presence holds you as the earth holds the seed. You feel safe here. You feel watched, remembered, sheltered beneath golden light. The hall is not a place to strive. It is a place to rest, a place to belong. Let your breath slow with the fires of Valhalla. Let your thoughts soften with the harp strings. Let your heart rest with the voices of companions who never leave. Golden light folds around you like a cloak, and the hall grows still. Now drift onward. The firelight fades into stars. The harp's hum melts into silence. The hall lingers, safe, eternal, waiting. You are at peace. You are held. You are home. The sea is calm tonight. Its waters stretch outward like a silver mirror, reflecting the moon's patient glow. The tide does not rush, nor roar. It hums in steady rhythm as if it, too, is ready for rest. A soft boat rocks upon the waves. Its timbers are worn smooth by time, by many journeys. No oars are needed. The current carries it gently westward, toward a horizon wrapped in mist. You drift upon it, safe, steady, as if the sea itself cradles you. The air is cool, yet not cold. It carries the scent of salt and apple blossom, strange and familiar at once. The stars above are like lanterns lit across the dark. One by one they seem to guide the way, pointing toward a place whispered of in old tales. The island beyond the west, Avalon. In Celtic memory, it is said to rest far beyond mortal shores, an island where sorrow fades, where wounds are healed, where time itself folds into stillness, a sanctuary for the soul, hidden among mists, shining in eternal dawn. The boat drifts closer. The mist gathers like soft cloth, wrapping around the vessel. It hides the world behind you, leaving only the path ahead. Each breath feels slower now, each heartbeat more quiet, as though the sea and the mist are teaching you how to rest. Through the veil, a shape emerges, the island. Its hills are gentle, not steep nor harsh. They rise like sleeping forms beneath blankets of green. At the shore, apple trees lean outward, their branches heavy with fruit, red and gold. They shine like lanterns in the moonlight. Some fall into the sand, rolling quietly, leaving sweet fragrance in the night air. This is Avalon, the Isle of Apples. It is said that kings once came here to be healed, their battle wounds washed away by sacred waters. It is said that queens walked among the mists, carrying secrets older than stone, and it is said that the soul, weary from the world, finds here its gentlest home. The boat slides to the sand without sound. The shore is soft beneath your feet. No footsteps remain behind you. The sand smooths itself like flowing water. The air is warmer here, filled with the hum of bees, the rustle of leaves. Yet the bees are not busy. They drift lazily, like golden dust, between blossoms. Even time itself moves slowly here. You walk beneath the apple trees. Their branches arch above, forming green tunnels that glow with hidden light. Each apple you pass seems alive with memory. They are said to carry the sweetness of eternity, the taste of peace, the promise of rest. One falls gently at your side, as if offered. You pick it up. Its skin is smooth, cool. When you hold it, your chest feels lighter, your breath deeper. It is not food for the body. It is food for the soul. A path of stone winds upward through the orchard. It glimmers faintly, as though moonlight rests inside the rock itself. The path does not hurry. It curves slowly, allowing you to take each step without weight. At its crest, a pool waits. Still as glass, rimmed with lilies that open only in moonlight, it is the pool of healing. Spoken of in old songs, the surface shows not only your reflection, but the weariness you carry, the shadows of sorrow, the fragments of longing, and yet as you gaze, they dissolve. The water does not need to be touched. It heals simply by being seen. The pool tells you, all that is heavy can be set down. All that is broken can rest. And in this resting, wholeness quietly returns. Beyond the pool rises a hall of stone and wood, not high nor grand, but warm and bright. Its roof is thatched with golden reed. Its walls are woven with ivy. A soft fire glows inside, though no smoke escapes to the sky. This is not a hall of kings nor of warriors. It is a hall of peace. Inside, long tables stretch with bread, honey, milk, and fruit. No feast of noise, no clash of cups, only gentle sharing, the food of comfort. Figures sit in silence, smiling. They are not strangers, yet not bound by names. Souls resting together, companions in stillness. They nod as you enter, their eyes calm, as if they have been waiting. You sit among them. The bread is soft, the honey golden, the milk cool. But more than taste, it is the feeling that matters. Here, you are nourished by presence itself, by belonging without effort, by peace without price. The hall hums softly, like a lullaby. Its warmth seeps into your bones, into your thoughts, until the edges of worry fade. In Avalon, there is no need to strive, no need to defend, nor prove. The island holds you as the sea held the boat, with patience, with safety, with endless quiet. When the meal is done, you step outside again. The orchard glimmers in silver fog. The pool reflects the stars. The shore whispers with gentle waves. And above, the sky carries not just one moon, but many, as though Avalon opens the heavens wider, revealing hidden lights. You lie upon the grass. The earth is soft, breathing beneath you. The apple trees sway, dropping blossoms that fall like snow upon your chest. Each petal carries calm, drifting you deeper into rest. Somewhere, a harp plays, not near, not far. Its notes are slow, each one like a ripple across still water, and so the island holds you. It cradles every thought until thought itself grows quiet. It cradles every breath until breath itself feels eternal. This is the gift of Avalon, the place beyond sorrow, beyond haste, beyond the turning of time. Let the mists remain around you now. Let the stars guard your rest. The boat will not leave. The orchard will not fade. You are safe upon this isle, where all wounds heal, where all hearts rest. Now drift as the blossoms fall. Now rest as the sea hums its endless lullaby. The island beyond the west watches over you, and in its silence, you are whole. Let us drift onward. Now rest as the stars return. Word count. 615 night stretches wide above the quiet forests. The trees rise like ancient pillars, holding up a sky thick with stars. Each star flickers as if alive, each one a lantern, a voice, a memory. The world is hushed. The only sound is the soft chorus of crickets and the gentle hush of leaves swaying in warm wind. Beneath this vast canopy, the Maya told of a dreaming sky, a place above and beyond, layered like the steps of a sacred pyramid. Here the soul rises, crossing rivers of starlight, climbing into worlds where spirits wait. Some are guardians, some are ancestors. All shine like fire, eternal and calm. You lie upon the earth. The ground is cool, steady, holding you like a mother's arms. When you breathe, You feel the heartbeat of the land, slow, patient, enduring, and above, the stars are endless. They are not far, they are close, as though each breath carries you higher toward them. The Maya dreamed of 13 heavens, 13 steps, one above the other, each layer brighter than the last, each one a passage deeper into peace. As the soul rises, it passes through veils of light, through tests of water and flame. But these trials are not cruel. They are gentle washings, ways of letting go. They take away the weight of earth. They cleanse the spirit until it shines as clear as the stars. You drift upward now. Your body rests, but your spirit rises. Through the dark canopy, past the owl that watches in silence, past the jaguar whose eyes glimmer like twin embers. They are guardians of the night, yet they do not bar your way. They bow as you pass, for your path is sacred. The first heaven opens like a pool of clear water. It ripples with light. Blue and silver, soft as moonlit rain, you step within, and it washes over you. The water does not drown. It lifts. It carries away the weight of worry, the heaviness of thought. You float as if in a dream, lighter, freer. From the water, you emerge into the second heaven. Here, the air is filled with fireflies, millions of tiny suns. They drift around you, weaving patterns like sacred glyphs. Each glyph whispers a blessing. Each light tells you that you are guided, that you are safe. You walk among them, and they part like curtains of gold. The third heaven rises in flame, but not a fire that burns. It is warm, alive, glowing with colors beyond red or orange. The fire dances, like the sun at dawn, wrapping you in its embrace. It takes away all fear. It leaves only courage, gentle and steady. You pass through, and the fire becomes light. The fourth and fifth heavens shimmer with wind. The air sings around you, carrying voices of ancestors. They call your name, not with sound, but with feeling. You recognize them without needing to know their faces. They walk beside you for a time, their presence soft and kind. Each step together feels like home. Higher still you rise, into the sixth, the seventh, the eighth. Here the stars are closer. They no longer seem scattered, but woven into patterns, like threads of a great cloth. The Maya spoke of the sky as a weaving, a great loom where the gods stitched the story of life. Now you see it. The constellations are not just lights. They are stitches, binding past to future, soul to soul. And you are part of this weaving, your thread shining among them. In the ninth heaven, you rest. A wide plain stretches out, soft with grasses that glow silver. There is no path, no burden, only rest. Here the soul lingers, breathing deeply, listening to the music of silence. The plain feels endless, as though time itself has folded into sleep. When you rise again, you come to the 10th and 11th heavens. Here rivers of jade and obsidian flow, their waters alive with light. The rivers cross, forming bridges, forming paths. You step across, and the stones beneath your feet hum like drums. The sound is low, steady, a rhythm of the earth itself. It tells you that you belong to both sky and ground, to both breath and stone. The 12th heaven glows with suns. Not one, but many. They rise around you gentle and golden, filling every space with warmth. Their light does not blind. It feels like love, constant, unshakable, soft. Here, the soul remembers its own light. Here, you shine like a star among stars. At last, the 13th heaven opens. It is not fire nor water, not earth nor wind. It is a vast, radiant silence, a place where everything is whole. Here the ancestors stand, their faces serene, their hands open. They do not speak, but you know this is the place of return, the place of belonging. In this sky, the soul is not lost, it is found. It becomes part of the stars, part of the weaving, part of the great dreaming sky. There is no end, no edge, only a soft glow that continues without fading. You rest here, watching the heavens expand. You see the rivers below, the fires, the fields of silver grass. All of them part of the journey, all of them within you now. You feel lighter than breath. You feel stiller than stone. You feel endless as the stars. The Maya told that when a soul reaches this place, it does not vanish. It becomes a guide, a light for others, a star in the canopy of night. And perhaps, as you lie resting, you too feel that gentle calling, that you, too, are a star, shining softly, guiding others through the dark. Let the heavens cradle you now. Let the stars fold around you like blankets of silver. Let the rivers hum, the winds sing, the fire warm, all layers, all worlds gathered within you at peace. Now rest, as the night stretches endless. Now drift, as the sky dreams above you. The ancestors shine, the stars return. The dreaming sky of the Maya holds you, and in its light you sleep. Night is deep, and the air is still. The stars hang like glowing seeds in the black soil of the sky. Beneath them stretches the earth, quiet and waiting. In the distance a soft wind stirs, carrying the faint rustle of feathers. It is the sound of Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent moving between worlds. He comes not as a storm, but as a gentle guide. His wings glimmer with emerald light, his scales shimmer with silver. He coils across the heavens, opening the path for souls who wander. In the stories of the Aztec, the journey of the spirit was not simple. It was long, filled with rivers, mountains, and veils of shadow. But every step was part of renewal. Every challenge was a letting go, a gentle stripping away of the burdens carried in life. With each step, the soul drew closer to peace. Now imagine yourself among these travelers. Your body rests in silence, still upon the earth, yet your spirit rises, light as a wisp of smoke. You find yourself at the edge of a great river. Its waters are dark, flowing endlessly beneath the stars. This is the first passage. It is called Apanahuaya, the river that waits for all souls. The river is wide, its current strong. Across it, shapes move. Dogs, gentle and watchful, stand along the shore. Some turn away, their eyes soft with refusal, but one steps forward. Its fur is pale as dawn, its gaze steady and kind. It wades into the water beside you, swimming with ease. This dog is your guide. It carries you safely across, as it has for countless souls before. The current does not pull you down. The water only cools your spirit, washing away the weight of earthly sorrow. On the far shore, the feathered serpent waits. His eyes gleam like twin stars. He lowers his head, and you continue onward. The path now rises into stone. It is a mountain, steep and sharp, made of black obsidian. The rocks glisten, cutting through the dim light. But you climb slowly, step by step, without fear. Each cut that touches your feet is not pain, but release. Every mark is a memory falling away, every step a surrender. At the peak, you pause. The air is clear, the wind soft. The mountain has carried your grief into the sky and left you lighter. Beyond the mountain lies the place of shadows. It is quiet, still as deep night. Here, no sun shines, no moon, no star. Only silence. The feathered serpent moves before you, his feathers glowing faintly. A lantern in the dark. You walk in his light. The shadows do not harm you. They are only the hush between breaths, the pause that gives rest. At last, the silence opens into a field. But this field is not of grass. It is of winds. They swirl gently at first, then stronger. The winds carry blades, sharp as stone. They circle you, whispering, cutting away the last bonds to earth, yet you feel no fear. Each gust is a blessing, each slice a release. The winds take the final strands of your burdens, until nothing holds you down. The feathered serpent coils around you now. His wings shield you from the storm, his body warm and steady. When the winds quiet, you step forth renewed. Your spirit glows faintly, lighter than when you began. Each trial has left you emptier, but in emptiness there is peace. The journey is not yet done. You come to a plain of arrows, sharp and endless, pointing upward like trees of stone. They shift and sway, rattling like reeds in the wind. Yet when you walk, they bend. They do not pierce you. They bow aside, letting you pass with ease. It is the world itself telling you, the path has opened. The way is clear. At last you reach the final gate. It is wide and bright. carved from nothingness itself. Beyond it lies Mictlan, the land of the dead, where peace waits like a calm sea. Here, all trials end. Here, souls rest in stillness, wrapped in the embrace of the earth. The feathered serpent pauses. He lowers his wings, his eyes steady and kind. He has guided you far, step by step, through river, mountain, shadow, wind, and field. Now, he returns to the sky, but his presence lingers, soft as the brush of feathers against your cheek. You know you are not alone. Not now, not ever. You step into the light of Mictlan. The land is not harsh. It is not cold. It is a vast plain, soft and endless. Here the soul finds rest, not in silence alone, but in a great circle of renewal. The feathered serpent's promise is fulfilled. Life flows into death, and death into life again as rivers flow into seas, and seas return as rain. You lie down upon the plain. The earth beneath you is cool, steady, eternal. The stars above are countless, weaving stories across the sky. And you feel yourself as part of this weaving, one thread among many, shining quietly. The path has been walked. The burdens have been set down. The spirit is light, free, endless as the night. The feathered serpent coils above, gliding across the heavens. His feathers ripple with emerald light. His body stretches like a river of silver. He is both sky and earth, both breath and stone. He is guide, guardian, and dream. Let yourself drift now, as the soul drifts. Let the river carry you. Let the winds wash you. Let the stars cradle you. The journey is gentle. The path is soft. The night is endless. Now rest as the feathers fold around you. Now sleep as the serpent dreams above the earth. The rivers are still. The mountains are silent. The stars return. And you too return to peace. Night folds itself gently around the edges of the world. The stars are quiet in their watch. The moon rests upon the horizon, glowing like a pearl in the sky. All is still. All is soft. In this stillness, the gates of the Pure Land begin to open. It is said, in the teachings of the Buddha, that beyond this life lies a realm of serenity, a land created by the boundless vow of Amida, the Buddha of infinite light. This place is not far, yet not near. It is a world where sorrow has no root, where time drifts like a calm river, where every breath is touched by peace. Here, the weary find rest. Here, the lost find home. The Pure Land does not rise like mountains. It does not blaze like fire. It opens like dawn, gentle and wide. The first sight is a horizon filled with lotus blossoms. They stretch endlessly, petals open to the light. Each flower glimmers with soft colors, rose, jade, and pearl, reflecting the radiance of Amida's compassion. The air carries no dust, no heaviness, only fragrance, cool and sweet, flowing like a tender wind. Imagine stepping upon this land. The ground itself feels alive, yet calm beneath your feet. Every path is lined with blossoms. Every pond reflects endless stars. Birds of many colors drift in the sky. Their wings shimmer. Their songs are gentle chants. They do not sing to startle, but to soothe. Their voices are prayers, soft reminders of truth. They circle the lotus ponds, gliding as though time itself has slowed to a lull. In the Pure Land, rivers do not roar. They murmur softly, clear as crystal, flowing with waters of wisdom. Each stream sings a low hymn, each drop carrying the echo of peace. If you listen closely, you hear the sound of teachings woven into the current. The rivers tell of release, of letting go, of awakening beyond struggle. At the heart of this boundless land rests Amida. He shines with infinite light, yet his glow does not burn. It warms, like the sun at dawn. It comforts, like the lantern of a traveler who waits for you. His eyes hold the stillness of oceans, his hands open as though always ready to welcome. Around him are bodhisattvas, radiant beings who vow to guide all souls. They stand like guardians of compassion, their faces serene, their presence calm as drifting clouds. Every being who enters this land feels a gentle change. The burdens of memory begin to soften. The ache of life, the dust of worry, the tangle of thought, all begin to fall away, not torn, not taken, but released like leaves carried by a stream. In their place comes stillness, a clarity like the morning sky after rain. The spirit, once restless, finds quiet balance. Here, the lotus blossoms open not only around you, but within you. Each petal unfurls with light, each layer a step toward awakening. The soul becomes like a flower floating on the water, supported by purity, lifted by compassion. In this land, no one is cast aside. No voice is unheard. All who call upon Amida, even in whispers, find their way here. Step deeper now into this realm. You wander among lotus lakes, their surfaces smooth as mirrors. The blossoms rise tall, taller than any tree, their colors glowing against the horizon. The air hums softly, as if every particle of light were chanting a vow. There is no night here, no shadow, only the gentle glow of endless dawn. As you move, the birds follow above, circling with slow grace. Their feathers scatter motes of light, which drift like falling stars. They remind you that awakening is not a sharp flame, but a quiet unfolding, not a struggle, but a release. The Pure Land teaches through its stillness. Its beauty is not meant to bind the spirit, but to free it. You pause at the shore of a vast pond. The water is clear, yet it holds infinite depth. In its reflection, you see not only yourself, but every life you have touched, every breath you have shared. The pond does not judge, it does not cling. It simply shows, then releases, letting each image ripple outward into peace. In the distance, a soft sound rises, not the chant of birds this time, but the chanting of countless souls. Their voices rise in unison, yet no one is louder than another. They repeat the name of Amida, slowly, gently, as if each word were a petal set afloat on water. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. The chant carries like a lullaby, surrounding you, lifting you, settling you deeper into calm. The sky above glows with endless light, not harsh, not blinding, but tender. Every ray is a thread of compassion, weaving all beings into one fabric of peace. You feel yourself part of that weaving, not separate, not alone. The light holds you as the earth holds roots, as the sky holds stars. The bodhisattvas approach. They smile, their presence gentle, their hands carrying lotus blossoms. They place one near you, and the flower opens in your palm. Its petals are endless, unfolding without end, each one a mirror of your awakening. In that moment, you realize the journey here was not distance, but release. The Pure Land was not far away. It was always within, waiting for the call, waiting for the breath. You rest now among the blossoms. The river hums softly nearby. The birds drift in lazy circles above. The chanting continues, steady as a heartbeat. And you, in the center of this stillness, feel yourself dissolving into light. Not vanishing, not lost, only returning, only resting. Like water returning to the sea, like wind returning to the sky, the Pure Land does not end. It expands with every breath, every chant, every vow of compassion. Here the path is endless, but never tiring. Each step is rest, each moment is awakening. Time flows like a dream, soft and unbroken. Let yourself drift now. Let the blossoms cradle you. Let the rivers wash you. Let the chanting lull you. The Pure Land welcomes all who arrive. Its gates never close. Its light never fades. Now the night deepens again, quiet as a held breath. The stars shimmer above, faint but steady. They echo the lotus blossoms, each one a reminder of infinite light. Amida's gaze remains, calm as the still pond. And you rest within that gaze, without weight, without fear. Let the spirit float here. Let the body soften in sleep. The Pure Land holds you gently, like a mother holding a child. like the sky holding the moon. Now rest as the blossoms open around you. Now sleep as the chanting continues like the softest lullaby. The rivers murmur, the birds drift, the stars return, and you drift onward into peace. Night has settled again, tender as a veil. The sky is deep and blue, scattered with stars like seeds of silver. A quiet wind moves across unseen fields, carrying with it the scent of earth after rain. Somewhere in the distance, a flame flickers, steady as a heart. This is where the story begins, on the threshold of the bridge between worlds. In the old belief of the Zoroastrians, there is a bridge called Chinvat. It is the crossing place of souls. Every being, upon leaving this world, comes here. The bridge is said to be thin as a single hair, yet strong as truth itself. It stretches from the land of the living to the realm of spirit, glowing softly in the starlight of eternity. The air here is calm. The sky above the bridge is vast, painted with countless stars. They shimmer like watchful eyes, quiet and kind. Below lies an abyss, endless and dark, though not threatening, only deep, like the mystery of sleep. And before the soul, the bridge waits, narrow and shining like a thread of dawn. The crossing is not rushed. There is no hurry in this place. Each soul steps forward in the rhythm of its own heart. As the foot touches the bridge, the light beneath responds. For those who lived in harmony, with truth, with kindness, the bridge widens. It becomes a golden road, safe and welcoming. It shines as broad as a meadow path, as soft as a sunlit field. Each step is steady, each breath filled with peace. For others, the bridge remains narrow, not as punishment, but as reflection. It shows the weight the soul still carries, the shadows it has yet to release. Here, the crossing becomes a gentle trial, not of punishment, but of truth. The soul looks inward, seeing clearly what was once hidden. The bridge reveals the self, like a mirror made of light. But always, the bridge leads onward. Always, there is a path across, for no soul is abandoned, no traveler left behind. The flame of truth waits on the other side, and its glow is unending. The guardian spirits, known in the old teachings, stand near. The Azatas, radiant beings of devotion, guide the way. They do not force, they do not frighten. They walk like companions, watching with quiet eyes, offering comfort in silence. Their presence is like the warmth of the sun on the skin, steady, reassuring. They remind the soul that even in reflection, even in struggle, there is light. Listen now to the sound of the bridge. It does not creak. It does not shake. It hums softly, like a string of music stretched across the night. Each step sends a gentle note into the vastness. The crossing becomes a song of the soul, each footfall part of a quiet hymn. Above, the stars shimmer brighter. They seem to draw nearer, as if watching with kindness. In Zoroastrian lore, the stars are the eyes of truth, witnesses to every act, every thought. Yet their gaze is not harsh. It is the gaze of memory, of understanding, of clarity. The stars do not judge. They simply shine, steady and eternal. As the soul moves further, the bridge begins to change. For the kind-hearted, the light grows warmer. It blooms like a dawn spreading across the horizon. The air fills with fragrance, perhaps of flowers once loved, or of earth after rain. Every sense is soothed. Every step feels like homecoming. And for those who struggled in life, who faltered, the bridge is still kind. Though narrow, though reflective, it teaches gently. Each step brings release. Each breath lets go of burden. The shadows fall away like dust shaken from the cloak of the traveler. Slowly, carefully, the bridge widens. For truth has its own mercy, and every soul has its own path to light. At the center of the bridge, there is a pause. The air here is still. The abyss below feels endless, yet strangely calm, like an ocean at night. The stars above seem closer now, their light forming a circle of guardians. And in that circle, the soul stands, looking into its own heart. The bridge reveals not only what was done, but what was meant. The quiet kindnesses that went unseen now shine like lanterns. The gentle words, the moments of care, they bloom here like flowers along the path. Even the struggles, the mistakes are seen with clarity, not as chains, but as lessons, as stones turned over by flowing water. The soul sees all, and in that seeing begins to understand. Beyond the pause, the bridge glows brighter. It becomes a path of pure light, stretching toward the house of song, the place of eternal harmony. This is where the righteous arrive, their steps steady, their burdens gone. Here, music flows like air. Here, light embraces like a friend. It is not a place of sharp brilliance, but of gentle radiance. Like an eternal dawn, the house of song is said to be filled with voices. Not loud, not clamoring, but soft, endless, like a choir of wind in the trees or waves along the shore. Each soul becomes part of that song, not lost, but woven in. Together they create harmony that has no end. No sorrow, no shadow. It is a resting place, a dwelling of truth, a home for the spirit, yet even for those who falter. The bridge does not end in despair. If the crossing is narrow, if the abyss feels near, still the path is not broken. The soul may linger, may reflect, but the bridge remains. Always there is a way forward. Always there is light. This is the promise of the bridge of light, that truth, no matter how hidden, will always lead onward. That every soul, whether steady or trembling, will find its path across. That no one is forgotten, no one is cast away. Now let the image rest in your heart. A bridge glowing across the stars. A soul walking slowly, step by step, guided by silence, watched by light. Each footfall steady, each breath calm. The abyss below is vast, but harmless. The sky above is wide, but tender. The bridge carries all, as a mother carries her child, as a river carries its water. Night grows deeper. The stars shimmer softly. The flame in the distance glows steady, calling the soul home. You too may rest in that glow, safe upon the bridge, safe upon the light. Now let the story fade, like music at the end of a song. Let the bridge dissolve into dream. Let the stars return to silence. The night holds you gently, as the bridge holds every soul. Drift onward, softly into peace. Now rest as the stars return. Now sleep, as the bridge of light carries you across. Night drapes itself over the earth like a soft cloak. The sky is hushed, filled with stars that shimmer like gentle lanterns. A calm breeze drifts through unseen orchards, carrying the faint fragrance of blossoms. The world feels still, tender, as though listening for a story whispered through the folds of time. In the old traditions, there is a vision of a resting place, a place not bound by sorrow nor shadow, nor pain. It is called Jana, the Garden of Eternity. It is said to be a realm of shade, of rivers, of endless mercy, a dwelling where the soul is wrapped in peace, embraced by light. Picture it now. You stand at the edge of a garden unlike any you have seen. Its gates are wide, open like a smile. From them flows a breeze, cool and fragrant, carrying the perfume of flowers, of fruit, of fresh waters. The air itself feels alive, gentle upon the skin, soft as a lullaby sung in the night. The path before you glows faintly, not with fire, not with harsh brilliance, but with the calm gleam of polished stone under moonlight. Each step feels lighter, as if the ground itself remembers the mercy it was shaped from. Shadows here do not frighten. They are deep pools of rest, places where the soul may lean and breathe. Within this garden flow rivers 4 and more. Some shimmer with clear, fresh water, some with milk, white and smooth, untouched by decay, some with honey, golden and fragrant, moving like sunlight made liquid, and others with wine, pure and sweet, not the wine of this world, but a drink that leaves no sorrow, only joy, only serenity. The sound of these rivers is music, a low murmur, a steady rhythm, like the beating of the heart of creation. Above, trees stretch their branches wide. Their leaves do not wither. They do not fall. Each leaf shines with a quiet glow, as though lit from within. and upon the branches hang fruits, heavy and sweet within reach, offered freely. No effort is needed here. The hand lifts, and the fruit is there. The taste is pure, filling not just the body, but the spirit with ease. The garden is filled with shade, not darkness, but gentle shelter. Cool air lingers beneath the canopies, and the grass is soft beneath the feet, smoother than silk, kinder than any bed. Birds rest in the branches, their voices weaving songs that do not end. Not sharp cries, not loud calls, but flowing melodies, steady as the rivers themselves. And in this garden, there are dwellings, not built of stone, not carved by hand, but shaped of light, of pearls, of precious things beyond the dust of earth. They stand open, filled with warmth. Their doors are never closed, for in this place there is no fear of loss, no need for locks. Each home is peace itself, each home a reflection of the soul that rests within. There is companionship here, not loneliness, not silence. Loved ones are gathered, their faces calm, their voices kind. The heart knows them, even before the eyes see them. Time does not pull them apart. Here, reunion is eternal. Here, joy does not fade, and above all, there is the presence of mercy. It moves through the garden like light moves through glass. It cannot be seen, yet it shapes everything. It is in the rivers, in the shade, in the fruit, in the song. It is in the stillness of the air, the coolness of the breeze, the ease of every breath. The soul feels it like warmth in the chest, like water quenching a thirst deeper than the body. In the stories of the faithful, this garden is not just a place, but a promise that no act of goodness is lost, no prayer unheard, no kindness forgotten. Every seed of mercy planted in life blooms here into endless shade, endless fruit. Every step taken in truth finds rest here upon gentle grass. The garden has no edge, no wall that binds it. It stretches outward, horizon upon horizon. Wherever you walk, it unfolds before you, as if the garden itself longs to meet the soul that enters it. There is no night that brings fear, no dawn that calls for toil, only the eternal balance of light. Soft as morning, calm as twilight, even the rivers, flowing side by side, do not clash. They move in harmony, each singing its own song, yet weaving together into one great melody of peace. This is the heart of the Garden of Eternity, harmony without end, joy without sharpness, love without loss. The soul here does not grow weary. There is no hunger that pains, no thirst that dries the mouth. Every need is already met, every longing answered before it is spoken. It is not indulgence, but balance, a state where nothing is lacking and nothing is too much. Perfect ease, perfect stillness. Close your eyes if you wish, and rest in the vision. See the light filtering through the leaves. Hear the waters as they flow. Feel the grass cool beneath your feet, the shade tender above your head. The garden is not far. It is as near as the breath, as near as the mercy that surrounds you even now. And in this garden, there is no end. No death to close it, no sorrow to stain it. It is eternal, not because time is long, but because time itself does not press here. There is only presence, only peace, only the embrace of the eternal. Like a flame that does not burn, like a sky that does not fade. So let the image cradle you, a garden vast and quiet, a place where rivers flow, where fruits hang heavy, where loved ones gather, and mercy breathes through every leaf. The Garden of Eternity waits, not with haste, not with demand, but with open gates, with endless shade, with the promise of peace. Let the rivers murmur you into rest. Let the leaves whisper you into dream. Let the mercy that fills the garden settle now in your chest. Soft as a heartbeat, steady as the stars, now drift onward into stillness. Now rest as the stars return. Now sleep as the Garden of Eternity opens its gates of light. The night lies deep and still. A soft hush moves across the earth, like a gentle hand closing the eyelids of the world. Above, stars glimmer in patient silence. Ancient watchers of all cycles, birth and death, rise and fall. The air is calm, the mind softens, the body begins to rest, and within this stillness, a story unfolds. a story not of one path, but of many, woven together like rivers, meeting, parting, and meeting again. It is the story of the circle of return. In the old teachings of Hindu sages and Buddhist monks, the soul is seen as a traveler. It moves, not once, not in haste, but again and again, through forms and lives, through joy and through sorrow, through birth, through death, through endless becoming. This journey is called samsara, the wheel that turns without end. Not a punishment, not a trap, but a rhythm. Like the tide that flows back to the sea, like the seasons that return to spring. Imagine for a moment a great wheel turning slowly in the night. It does not creak, it does not break, its motion is steady, its circle wide. Upon this wheel, every soul is carried, each one a spark of light, moving through time, changing forms, yet always returning. In one life, the soul may be like a tree, standing tall, giving shade. In another, it may flow like water, shaping valleys, feeding fields. In yet another, it may soar like a bird, seeing far, singing freely. Each form is a verse in the same endless song. The rivers, too, speak of this truth. They fall from the mountains. They travel across plains. They bend. They divide. They merge again, and always they return to the sea, only to rise once more as mist, as rain, as streams anew. The river does not mourn its change. It flows, and in flowing it remains eternal. So too with the soul. It wears bodies like garments. Softly, one after another, the body fades, but the traveler continues, always learning, always returning, always moving within the wheel. The Buddha once spoke of this wheel as a fire, burning with desire, with sorrow, with longing. But he also spoke of peace found beyond it, a stillness where the wheel no longer binds. Yet even before that stillness, the wheel itself carries wisdom. Each turning teaches, each return deepens. Every step upon the path is a step homeward. Hindu seers describe the wheel as guided by Dharma, the law, the order, the harmony of all things. To live with kindness, to live with truth, is to turn the wheel with grace. And so the circle is not cruel. It is tender, like a teacher who repeats the lesson until the heart understands. Picture it now. The wheel is not heavy iron, nor rigid stone. It is woven of light threads of silver and gold, shimmering against the vast night. Each thread is a life, each spark, a memory. The wheel turns slowly, silently, like the steady movement of the stars. As the soul passes through this circle, it gathers experience as the tree gathers rings, as the sea gathers waves. Nothing is lost. Even sorrow becomes a seed for compassion. Even struggle becomes a root for wisdom. The circle is whole, and within its embrace all journeys are part of one journey. Some souls rise as kings, others live as servants, some are born into wealth, others into hunger. Yet the wheel sees beyond these roles. Each is a mask worn for a time, a shape that holds a lesson. When the mask is lifted, the light beneath is the same. The Buddhist monks tell of the 6 realms of rebirth, realms of gods, realms of humans, realms of animals, realms of spirits, each with its joys, each with its trials. The wheel turns through all of them, not as punishment, but as a dance of learning. Each step prepares the soul for deeper peace. The Hindu mystics spoke too of moksha, release from the wheel, freedom from return, not escape, but union, the drop returning to the ocean, never again to be separate. And yet, even before that release, the wheel itself is sacred, for it holds the soul in its rhythm, guiding it gently, like the moon pulls the tides. Close your eyes and let the circle move within you. Feel the rhythm of your breath, in and out, like the wheel turning. Feel the beating of your heart, steady and soft, like footsteps upon the path of return. You, too, are part of this circle, resting now, moving gently, carried by its endless flow. No step has been wasted. No life is lost. Every path leads onward. Every return brings you closer. The circle does not hurry. It is patient as the stars, as patient as the sea. And in this patience, there is peace. For to be part of the circle is to belong. To be part of the circle is to be held. Even when the soul wanders, even when it forgets, the circle remembers. The wheel of samsara turns, and in its turning, it carries every spark back to the light. The journey is endless, but it is also gentle, like the waves that touch the shore, then return only to touch it again, like the seasons, folding one into another, always different, always the same. So too the soul moves, resting in the embrace of becoming. Now, let this vision cradle you. A wheel of light, slowly turning against the dark. Rivers flowing back to the sea. Leaves falling, then budding again. Stars fading, then returning at dawn. All of life is a circle. All of being is return. Rest within this truth. Rest within this rhythm. The circle holds you. The circle carries you. The circle is endless, and in its endlessness there is peace. Let us drift onward, carried by the wheel softly, without fear. Now rest, as the stars return. Now sleep, as the circle turns again.